Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys some of my June favorites. I do have a few fails, but there's not very many, but I thought I'd go ahead and mention them just because there were so few. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm excited because I do have quite a bit of products to share with you guys today. So I have some makeup, and then I also do have some body care and also some hair care and skincare. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the body care just because I feel like a lot of you guys are probably interested in the makeup. So I firstly wanted to talk about this body scrub that I have been loving, and this is from the brand Tree Hut, and this is the Banana Muffin Shea Sugar Scrub. This smells really great, you guys. I did talk about in my Dollar Tree video that I have really been in love with anything banana scented. And so whenever I saw this in stores at Ulta, I picked it up because it smelled, or it sounded like it was going to smell so good. And it definitely smells like banana, but because it is a banana muffin, I do smell a little bit of cinnamon as well, so kind of like if it's like a banana nut muffin. So I really recommend this. This is actually my very first time ever trying a Tree Hut scrub. I know that they're highly recommended, and so I really wanted to try one, and honestly I do notice a very big difference in my skin whenever I use them. I feel like my arms especially are very soft, like my elbows are really soft, and of course it smells great. They have so many scents that you can choose from, so I have really been loving this one. And the next body care item, and it's actually the last, is from the Body Shop, but I actually picked mine up at Marshall's. And again, with the banana theme, this is the banana body yogurt. And what I love about this is obviously the scent. This one smells like pure banana. But what I love about this is I'm not a huge fan of lotion. I hate the tacky feel that lotion usually leaves on your skin. I don't like lotion to linger on me or anything like that. And so I love this Body Shop body yogurt because I feel like my skin just ultimately drinks it up, and I don't really feel any type of residue on my skin. I don't feel sticky, I don't feel tacky or anything like that. So I got mine at Marshall's. I have seen these many times before whenever I have been there. So I do recommend that if you're interested in this scent in particular, maybe check those stores first. But I really recommend the texture. So if you're wanting, just to try out the texture, then you can easily find these like at Ulta, and then of course the Body Shop as well. So I just wanted to recommend this to you guys if you are someone who wants to moisturize, but you kind of have the same problem like me where you don't like the texture of lotion. Check this out. So moving on to hair care, I have one item, and I'm not into hair care. I don't do much with my hair, as you guys can probably tell. I feel like it's the same in every video. I try to change it up, but I'm just lazy. I don't like doing my hair. I'm very into, heatless stuff. So if I can figure out like heatless curls, I try to do that. But honestly, I'm always at home. We're all always at home. So I feel like I just don't really do too much with my hair. But anyways, my hair, just so you guys know, is very fine. It's straight, and it does tend to get oily pretty quickly. I usually can't go more than a day without my hair getting oily. And I was using this shampoo and conditioner that I picked up from Target because it was on sale and I was really interested in it. And it really just made my hair so oily, you guys. I mean, it felt like I wasn't showering. Like, it was so gross. And that is something about me I really can't stand, is oily hair. I hate when my scalp is oily. It makes me feel so self-conscious. And it also just made my hair feel thick, but not in a clean way and not in a good way. So I asked my aunt who does do hair, and I asked her what she recommends. I did mention to her that I wanted to try the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo, and she said, yes, that's a great one. So that is what I picked up. And this is, again, the Tea Tree Special Shampoo. I just grabbed the shampoo because I wanted to make sure that I liked this first. And so what I've been doing is using this for my shampoo and then using the conditioner that I was using before just on my ends, just basically to finish up the other one. But I am really loving this. I feel like it does a great job at cleaning my hair but feeling lightweight. I usually take a shower at night every night before bed, and I just go to sleep, let my hair air dry, and I wake up in the morning and my hair feels so soft and it looks so clean and just alive, you know? So I've really been enjoying this one. This is the small size. I believe I paid maybe $14 for this, but I don't usually go through hair products fairly quickly. I try to use very little, just because my hair is so fine and so straight. So I think this is great, and I think these are actually on sale at Ulta's website right now, so definitely check it out, especially if you are already a lover of this shampoo. So moving into skincare, I did want to talk about a cleansing balm that I got. So it's like a makeup remover balm, and this is by the brand Pharmacy. This is their Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm, and this is recommended by so many people. In case you don't know, this is what it looks like. It's just like green on the inside. It also smells really nice, but I was really wanting to try this out. I'm usually a fan of makeup melting balms. I think that they're so easy to just basically remove all of your makeup, and then I jump into the shower and rinse it all off, and then I wash my face, and then I'm good to go. All of my makeup comes off very easily, and I have to say I'm so impressed with this one. This takes off the hardest mascara to come off. I think it's really, really quick and easy just to remove all of my makeup. You don't need a whole lot either. This does come with a little spatula, so I just like to just grab a little bit and work it in between my hands, and then I just remove all of my makeup that way. So I really have been enjoying this. I don't have much to say. I obviously only use this on days that I do makeup, just because I want to do that double cleanse method. But I've really been enjoying it, and I think it's going to be something that I do repurchase. I do have like some micellar waters that I would like to finish up, but I really do enjoy this one, and I think it's a great option. So next up in skincare, I did want to talk about this product. I have really been liking this. I have accumulated a lot of moisturizer, like I feel like over the last month, and that's a good thing but not a good thing at the same time. I try not to have too much skincare at once, because obviously I don't want something expiring and then me putting it on my face. So I have accumulated a lot of moisturizer, so I'm trying to get through them, and I'm trying to, like, some nights maybe use some and other nights use others. But this one I have been very consistent in using, and I really, really like it, you guys. This is from e.l.f. This is the Holy Hydration Face Cream, but this is the fragrance-free one. So they have a cream called the Hello Hydration. That one is very, very heavily fragranced, you guys. I only had a mini size, and I'm so glad that it was mini, because I couldn't stand it any longer. I wanted it to be gone so fast. Like I really didn't like how scented it was. And if you don't know, I try to be fragrance free whenever it comes to my skincare. So my cleanser fragrance free, my exfoliant is fragrance free. I try to have my especially moisturizers fragrance free, because they stay on your skin so long. I don't really mind if any masks have fragrance in them or makeup, because again, you're removing them afterwards. But this is such a nice texture. It feels very like it feels very whipped, and it's so pleasant on the skin. It's just such a nice experience. It's a very no fuss moisturizer. If you're someone like maybe who wants something that's super easy and something that's reliable, that's going to make your skin feel really nice and smooth and soft and hydrated, I really recommend this. It was only $12. It's at most Targets, it's at most Walmarts, and of course you can get it on e.l.f.'s website. I think also Ulta, but I feel like I've never seen the fragrance-free version at Ulta yet. So I really recommend this. This is really great. Okay, so now I wanted to talk about a dud. So one of the duds that I have is this Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. So I've had this in my collection for a little while now. I got it in a set. It was this and one of the like heavy metal glitter eyeliners. It was like a set. And this mascara, as you know, it builds up nicely. It looks great on the lashes, but it is so hard to remove. And that's actually one of the reasons that I love the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm so much, because it removes this mascara, and I have such a hard time removing this with anything else. But this, I don't think it transfers. It might, but it is just so hard to get off. And so it's been a mascara that I don't really like using or prefer reaching, for, because of that reason. But now that I have this makeup balm, I'm a little bit more apt to use it because I just want to use it up, and I'm not going to repurchase it. But just in case you don't know, this is what the wand looks like. It's a very big wand, and so it also is very easy for me to get messy. And that's another thing too, that if you aren't careful and if you're just going really quickly and if you tend to be a little bit messy with your mascara, I mean, this is going to be all over the place. But a lot of people love this, but I just cannot get on with it. So I will not be repurchasing this one. Okay, so I do have another fail that I wanted to talk about. And this one, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I've only used it once, but I already know, like, I am not gonna like this. This is from Maybelline. This is a new product from them. This is the Brow Extensions Fiber Pomade Crayon, and I picked up the shade Medium Brown. So I was really intrigued by this because I saw a review on it, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see or not, but there's like fibers in this. So you can see a little bit of like, it's like little hairs, honestly. It's really crazy and it's kind of gross looking, but I was really intrigued by that because I'm like, oh, okay, like if it's going to make it look like your brows are more like hairy and bushy, I guess, then that seems really intriguing. So I tried this, you guys. It feels so waxy. I feel like it's one of the pencils that kind of like drags across your brow, and I am not a fan of that whatsoever. It's also very hard to remove, like whenever you put it on, not at night or anything, but I mean like whenever you apply it and let's say you make like a mistake, it's kind of hard to rub off and like go back over it. So I am just not a fan of this. It got the job done, of course, but I feel like if you're someone who isn't used to doing your brows, I really wouldn't recommend this one because it's a very waxy formula. It's also not a formula that's very forgiving. And so I just don't see this working out for, you know, brow beginners. But if you are, you know, into the waxy formula, or if you're just dying to try it, I mean, you can go ahead and try it. Maybelline, because it's from the drugstore, it can be a little bit more affordable. But if you already have something that, I mean, there are so many products from Maybelline, brow products, that are really great. And so I just don't think this is one of them. I have to keep playing with it, and obviously, like, I'm going to try to use it up if I can. But the first time that I used this, I just did not really care for it. So that was disappointing. I had really high hopes for that one. And before I forget, I did want to mention, I bought a sponge trio from Target, and it's an e.l.f. sponge trio, and my sponges are always dirty. You guys probably already know this, but it's just this little sponge trio. These are so good, you guys. I absolutely love the large sponge. This one I used just this morning. It also comes with like a medium-sized one that's great for underneath the eyes. It does actually get, you know, pretty big once it's wet. And then it comes with a tiny baby one. And this is great for blending concealer underneath the eyes. I just think it's a perfect size for doing that, especially once you have already done your eye makeup. I think this is really smart to go in with because you're not going to disturb any of the eyeshadow that you just worked so hard on. But I absolutely love this sponge, and you won't be able to tell, but it's kind of like a light lavender color, and of course the other ones are purple. But I just think e.l.f.'s sponges are so good. It's a very similar consistency to the Total Face sponge that I also really love from them, and this trio was only $12. I mean, some sponges alone are $12. So I really recommend these if you are someone who maybe wants those smaller sponges for underneath the eyes, or if you're just wanting to try that face sponge. I do recommend it, that or just picking up the Total Face sponge, but I loved that trio. Okay, so into foundation, I feel like you guys are going to be like, what? Like, because I never talk about this on my channel because it was in my project pan and I feel like I got kind of tired of using it, but this is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. So I know that this is getting harder and harder to find, but I think you can possibly still find it on sale at some locations and maybe some retailers online. But the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, I have been using pretty much every time I do my makeup because I just want to get, you know, I want to be done with it. I know that it is getting old, but it is a great foundation. It is really so good. Using it, you know, multiple times, you know, the past 2 weeks, I feel like it's really just confirmed how great a foundation it is. It's so sad to me that it is being discontinued, but it is such a great foundation. If you are able to find your shade left, and if you're able to find it at a good deal before it's discontinued, I highly recommend it. I will see if I can try to link it down below. If I can't, I'm so sorry. But just a reminder too, if you already own this in your collection, pull it out and use it. I mean, it is a great one. So wanted to talk about that one. And then I do have 3 more products to talk about. So this bronzer is like a rediscovered love for me. I feel like everyone was raving about it. They still do. And I was just like, is it really that good? Like, I guess I never really played with it enough to actually like form an opinion, or maybe I did use it and I forgot how much I loved it. But this is from Milani. This is their Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I do have the shade 01 Sunlight, and this is such a great bronzer, you guys. The only thing I have to say is it doesn't have very many shades, and it's so sad to me because Milani is such a great brand, and I wish that they were more inclusive with this bronzer. But if this bronzer does have a shade that could work for you, I really do recommend it. It is a really great formula. It is the bronzer that I'm wearing today, and I just think it warms up the skin so beautifully and so nicely, and I just forgot how good this is, and I am so glad that I picked it out of my collection and started reusing it because it's great. And then I have 2 eyeshadow palettes. They're from the same formula, the same brand, everything, but these were the 2 that I used, and these are the little Dose of Colors like 5pan palettes. I have the Marvelous Mauves, Blushing Berries, Pretty Cool, and Baked Browns. I just really love these. I also used to have Sassy Siennas, but those were too warm toned for me, so I ended up giving that one away. But the Pretty Cool is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I of course went in with a shimmer shade. But Dose of Colors has a really great formula, and these palettes, like, although they look boring, and I'm going to show you the other one in a second, like, don't let it fool you. These colors have so much like depth and dimension to them, or definition to them, and they're so easy to blend into, blend onto the eyelid and create just a very easy, maybe even one and done look. So I really love the Pretty Cool, and I recently added the Baked Browns. I did purchase it from somebody, and this is what it looks like. And this is a really great everyday palette. It's very easy just to use in combination with another palette. Maybe if you're someone who loves mattes and you love, neutrals and things like that, this is a great palette. I do have to say they're too expensive full price. I think normally they're $32, and I think that's a lot, especially for only getting 5 matte shades, but the formula is really, really good. I would recommend, I honestly see these on sale a lot at Poshmark, and if you do feel comfortable buying off of Poshmark, I recommend getting them there. I know Dose of Colors also has site-wide sales pretty frequently, I guess, definitely like during Black Friday. But I really think these palettes are so good. I feel like so many people overlook these or are bored with them because they're all matte, but they are just so good. And if you have those palettes in your collection that are all shimmers, these are great palettes to use in combination with those palettes. So I just wanted to throw those out there and mention them because they are so good. And I have one last product that I wanted to talk about, and this isn't a dud, it's not a fail, it's just something that I'm probably going to be decluttering from my collection, and this is from Too Faced. This is the Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer. So this, of course, smells really, really good, and I did pick this up from TJ Maxx, and it is obviously from their Peach line, but it is kind of like a hybrid between blush, bronzer, and highlight, and it's really beautiful when you swatch it, but I'm not obsessed with it. It doesn't really show up very well on my skin, and I'm actually very heavy-handed with bronzer, so that says a lot that it's a little bit too light for me. I usually like a more pigmented bronzer, and I don't know if it's because it's like mixed with the blush and highlighter, that maybe that's why, but it's just not a favorite of mine, and I'm pretty sure that my sisters might want that, or I might be able to sell it, or maybe I'll donate it. So I am going to most likely declutter this from my collection, and that's totally fine because I want to be able to use stuff that I love. So just wanted to mention this. It was in my last Shop My Stash rotation, and so I just wanted to update you guys on that. But other than that, that is everything. I know that was quite a bit of stuff, but I'm just really happy because I feel like I really gathered my thoughts on a lot of products. And I try to do that during the month. I try to really remember, okay, I want to have favorites. I want to remember the stuff that I'm, always grabbing for. I want to remember the stuff that maybe didn't work out for me, things like that. So I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what your favorites were for the month of June. And if you did like today's video, please do give it a thumbs up. And I also hope that you do consider subscribing. As you know, commenting and subscribing, liking videos, that really brings attention to my videos, and it would mean a whole lot to me if you guys would do that for me. I really do appreciate you just stopping by, and say hello in the comments. I would love to meet you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!